My ummah, he will say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil alamin. Assalamu salatu ala rasulillahil karim. Amma ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Assalamualaikum, brother. We are lucky today to have with us a very prominent person from Indonesia, and not only in Indonesia, he's also become prominent in Leyte and Tacloban especially, and Ormoc, because of the project that they had been doing here. But before we go to the brother, I would like to greet Salam Alaikum to our viewers in the Middle East, especially Qatar and Saudi Arabia, and our brothers in Emirates. And also we have brothers also in Malaysia and Europe. The Muslim in Europe are also watching us now. And maybe, inshallah, in the near future, we'll also have Islam in action in Indonesia. And we're so lucky today because we have with us Brother Denny Kurniawan from Jakarta, Indonesia, who had been very busy in the storm-stricken area of Tacloban and Ormoc. Brother, you can say salam to our viewers now.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Viewers, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Allahumma shalli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Ba'du. It's a great pleasure to meet with people in Islam in action.
Alhamdulillah, brother. And you know, even before you came here, you've been very popular already to the Muslim Filipino in Manila because of the activities you've been doing for our brother Muslim in Tacloban and Ormoc. So, brother, if I may, can you please tell us the group that you're in now, the group that you're representing, that in spite of the fact that we Muslim here in Luzon and part of Mindanao are very proximate, very near to that storm-stricken area in Leyte and Samar, we were so surprised, we were so amazed because the Indonesian brothers, especially in Jakarta in your group, and the Muslim brothers also in Malaysia and other part of Europe, were the first one to respond to the cry of these typhoon victims. Please tell us about your group and the other organization you are connected with in Indonesia.
First thing that we step in our mind when we heard about the typhoon is that the humanity feeling that we have to give to the peoples also in Philippines, because in 2004 when our in Aceh when our country struck by the tsunami, the biggest tsunami. Also the peoples of Philippines also helping us. We saw the Philippine flag in Indonesia. So we just giving our back,
turning the favor
to the peoples of Philippines. And first time we think about the typhoon, we're not thinking is it a Muslim or Christian that we are helping. We just help to giving for the humanity, to helping all the persons in affected area. So it's a blessing in disguise. We can, and during our mission in Philippines in last November, we met with many brothers in Islam in Ormoc and in Tacloban. So we are very happy to do the missions. And our organization is named as a PKPU, the Humanitarian Foundation, National Humanitarian Foundation, PKPU. It was established in 1999 when our country struck by the multi-dimensional crisis, the economic crisis in 1999, 1998. And then the multi-dimensional crisis followed with the social crisis. Many persons jobless, poverty increasing, and also the poor people also increasing. That's why we, some of our founders initiate to form social institution organization, and was established in December 10th, 1999. So we are managing public society aid fund as a Zakah Foundation. It's a Zakah Foundation.
So this is what keeps your group moving?
This is what our group moving. We collect Zakah because Rasulullah SAW obligate every Muslim to pay Zakah. So how to manage the fund? Because in Indonesia, the potential fund of Zakah is about $2 billion. $2 billion because 200 million Muslims in Indonesia obliged to pay Zakah. And the potential Zakah pay is about $2 billion. and how to manage the zakah. That's why our organization concentrate on how to managing the zakah. Zakah is in Rasulullah term is growing.
Yeah.
We will not become the poor if we pay zakah.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
always growing. It's always growing. That's why we're managing the fund to help the others, to help the to deliver the funds in doing programs. We have five main clusters of program. First is microfinance and economic empowerment program, and the second is social service, and the third is education and child protection program, and the fourth is health program, and the fifth is disaster risk management program. That's why we're doing the disaster response program in every countries. So this is our organization.
So in your mission, is it concentrated only to the Muslims, or you're also open for the non-Muslim?
No, in terms of Islam, Islam is rahmatan lil alamin. Islam is rahmatan lil alamin because Islam is for all.
Yes.
Not only for the Muslims, although for the others religion. And in tsunami in Mentawai Island, part of the Indonesian islands, the Mentawai Island is majority are Christians. We're doing distributing the food is in the church. So become in the church, we're doing the distributions. Also last November when we were doing the food distribution in Ormoc and in Tacloban, the majority of the beneficiaries, the recipients are Catholic and Protestant. We're not asking what is your religion or what is not, but also for the humanity. That's why Islam is rahmatin alamin. Inshallah, when they know that the organization that helping them is from the Muslim organization, they know that Muslim is not like they used to be. Understand? Maybe the perception.
Muslim are this and that.
This and that. Perception as a terrorist, like that, something like that, because of the media. We also know that they also know about that Muslim also doing good things.
Yeah, now I know PKPU is also Islam in action.
Islamic
Because you don't only say what is good about Islam, but you're able to show by action that what Islam should be. Because anywhere you go in the world now, the perception of the Muslim being, notorious, they're terrorists and all this stuff. I think this is what every Muslim should work on. That we should be able to show the goodness of Islam in the community, especially in the Philippines where we are minority here, you know that. But I think what you are doing now, and you're very successful with that, I think it's very beneficial to us to be able to show to the Filipinos because zakat, there is no zakat organization in the Philippines right now. It's sad to say that I think this is about time, maybe after the Filipino viewers that we have heard about you, maybe we will be inspired.
Inshallah.
That inshallah, Allah will guide us to be able to come up with also as a foundation where we can manage the zakah of the people.
Inshallah.
And I think this is for the betterment, the empowerment of the Muslim.
Yeah. Because the zakah fund is very important to deliver as an empowerment program for the peoples. For the first thing that when we're doing the economic empowerment program, we hope that mustahiq, the beneficiaries, the recipients, would become muzaki, the giving. To give.
Yeah,
maybe because starting from the economic empowerment program, we give zakah, the revolving fund, become their capital to do business, to do small business, and we hope in another year
microfinance.
Through microfinance.
Okay, brother, how do you go about the empowerment of the Muslim in Tacloban? Like, if I am a victim of Yolanda, how can I avail of your foundation to help me to be able to start my own business? And we'll hear some more from the brother how to go about the microfinance, because in a moment we'll be back.
Ano ang mangyayari kung ititigil mo ang iyong paninigarilyo? Sa loob ng 20 minuto, manunumbalik ang dating presyon ng dugo at pagtibok ng iyong puso. Sa loob ng 8 oras, magiging normal na ang dami ng carbon monoxide at oksiheno sa iyong dugo. Pagkatapos ng 72 oras, tumataas na ang kakayanan ng iyong mga baga. Sa loob ng 3 hanggang 5 taon, ang panganib sa pagkakaroon mo ng atake sa puso ay mababa na tulad sa isang hindi naninigarilyo. Sa loob ng 10 taon, ang panganib sa pagkakaroon mo ng kanser sa baga ay bababa ng tulad sa isang hindi naninigarilyo. Kaya't bakit mo ipagpapaliban pa, gayong sa huling hitit mo ng sigarilyo, nakasalalay ang kalusugan at buhay mo. Isang paalala mula sa Dawah TV.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, brother. You know, this is the first time that we're coming up with an English version of Dawah TV. You know, back to our topic. I'm interested on the microfinance that you're doing because what we have known, the activities that's going on now in Ormoc and Tacloban is purely on the spiritual side of it, building a mosque, building a Dawah center. Now, I'm happy to hear from you that you are also going to give financial support for these people to, you know, to come back, you know, through microfinance. So, brother, can you please explain us in detail how do we go about it? Like, if I'm not a Muslim, I'm a Christian and I want to get a bill of the microfinance, that the financial assistance you want to give to the typhoon victims, how do I go about it?
In doing the humanitarian action in the typhoon Yolanda in Leyte, part of the mission is with three part of the mission. The first part is already in last November, the response of the program, concentrating on delivering foods and livelihoods.
Yes.
And the second one is for the, like I'm doing right now during these 2 weeks, is about delivering housing materials. During these 2 weeks, we are concentrating on distributing housing materials because there are so many Yolanda's victims are the house is still broken, and the roof is still broken. So we are concentrating on that. Maybe on the third phase, we try to design how this is the best economic program for the typhoon survivor. In Indonesia, we are already practicing the economic empowerment program. We have the three different kind of economic program. First is independent social community business. So we gather 10 micro business that already been doing existing. So we give them a revolving fund capital. So they manage their own capital.
Yes, yes.
And we
What's this in Musharaka?
and musyarakah,
okay.
doing in musyarakah. We giving the supervisor. We supervising them. And also and the second type of the economic empowerment program is encouraging mother household. Because in Indonesia, mother have big influence in managing fund in the family.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
They are the ones who control.
They control the money.
In most cases, right?
The money.
Yeah.
So, empowering mother is almost the same empower a family. So, some mothers in Indonesia family have the power to do the economic activity. They are trading foods, cookies, and stuff like that. So we also gathering them to do to revolving fund, give them revolving fund and capital. So if we empower the mothers in the family, we also empower the family. Because I don't know, women naturally have a good sense of money.
Yeah, exactly. Aside from providing the capitalization, do you also give training for them?
Also, we during the time we're not only giving the money and then we leave them. We also supervising them. We also training them how to make report, how to managing the fund, how to managing the business, how to empowering the business. Also, we searching for them the market.
The market.
The market for the everything. Also, we presentate to the maybe CSR program because every big companies in Indonesia have corporate social responsibility program. So the producer, our team, the product will be delivered to the market and buy by the corporate. So that's things that we do. So our vision is that in this year, maybe they become the mustahiq, the recipient, the
Yeah, the
beneficiaries. We hope in next 1 or 2 years they become the muzaki.
The Musaki. The one
Muzaki,
who gives.
the one who gives.
The receiver now.
Maybe the one today is they are receiving.
Yeah.
Maybe in 1 or 2 years next they become the giving.
Yeah.
So,
You know, brother, in your mission, I think Islam in Action, my group here in Manila, I think we can contribute to your effort.
Yeah.
Because we also would want to have a share of the, the barakah that you're
The barakah.
receiving from Allah.
The grace of Allah.
To tell you, I think we were in Ormoc during one of our Dawah caravan,
Yeah.
and we went to Ormoc with Ibrahim, and I gave a livelihood training program there. This is raising bonsai.
Yeah, this is good.
So I think because the coconut now are down,
Coconuts
all the
are-
coconut
yeah.
are on the ground.
Right.
So I think once you have started training, giving livelihood training to these people in Ormoc and in Tacloban, I think Islam in Action is ready to help you with that because ours is a livelihood foundation.
Oh yeah.
We don't have so much money to give. We are, of course, we would like to also to call to our brothers and sisters, to our viewers that we are also soliciting some help because we would like to help these people get up on their feet by providing livelihood. They have lost their homes. It's good we have groups like you who are providing construction materials for their houses, but our group can teach. I can teach landscaping, I can
Yeah.
teach ornamental plant raising, I
Yeah.
can teach bonsai,
Yeah.
and we have done it in Ormoc.
Yeah.
Maybe brother, next time you come here, you invite
Inshallah.
us. We'll go with
Inshallah.
you and we're very much able and willing to help
Inshallah,
you.
inshallah. Because one of the most important in doing the economic empowerment program is that we know the natural profession
Yes.
of the beneficiaries,
The
of the
beneficiary.
recipient. We know the natural expertise
Yeah.
of the beneficiaries. If the natural expertise before the disaster is coconut,
Yeah.
maybe we can give the coconut, or if they're coconut, we can teach them another thing
Alternative.
to alternative
Yeah.
profession until the coconut recur.
Yeah, in fact, brother, I have one project in Cebu. My project before in Cebu when I was doing a resort, I was one of the prominent person in Cebu. All of my landscaping materials coming from Ormoc. Ibrahim is the one supplying me. But I'm sorry to tell you that it's all gone now. But there's another, I think, one resources that they could till. The coastline of Ormoc, Samar, and Leyte is filled up with a lot of bonsai materials, especially the Camotes Island.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think if we can teach people, we encourage people to
Yeah.
do the bonsai, you can export it to Indonesia because Indonesia are also buyers of bonsai and also Malaysia.
Inshallah, why not? Why not?
I tried to teach bonsai with them, but of course they were promised to receive some financial assistance from the local government, but I don't think it
Yeah,
happened.
because I already talked with some survivors. They joined the cash for work program delivered by the governments.
Yes.
But only temporary program.
Temporary, only for
For the
food in the table and for the stomach.
But there is no empowering economic program that
Yes.
teach them
It
how
should
to
be,
survive.
A
A long-term program.
program.
Long-term program. This is what we already practicing in tsunami.
Yes.
In tsunami and how to improve
In Indonesia.
Indonesia
Yeah.
after the tsunami in 2004, and also during the Mount eruption in Central Java, we also delivering for the community business and also empowering mothers, so they can start their life
Brother,
again.
maybe you can discuss with us your projects not only in the Philippines because I know you've been busy doing projects in Myanmar and other parts of the world where Muslim minority is because the Muslim minority around the world needs your help.
Needs our help.
Yeah. After we come back, brother, you can discuss this. with us.
Inshallah.
We are students of Tarbiyah Islamic Female Institute. We are proud to be a Muslim.
We are proud to be Muslims.
We are proud to be a Muslim.
Let us see daylight again, once again.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, brother, we are on. It's so exciting, and I hope you come and visit us more often so we can learn from you.
Inshallah.
Establishment of Zakat
Zakat Foundation.
in the Philippines is very important, and maybe you can help us with that. There has been so many attempts before, but it fails. So, brother, aside from the project you're being busy with in Ormoc and Tacloban now, what other countries, other part of the world that your group has been doing things for humanitarian purposes?
Yep. Our organization already been doing for the international program beside local in Indonesia. We also international program since the first in Haiti.
Haiti.
And the earthquake in Haiti.
Oh, are there Muslims in Haiti?
No Muslim.
Oh,
Most of them
this
are
is
also Christian.
purely
Purely
humanitarian.
humanitarian.
Okay.
We're also concentrating right now in Palestinian issue. Several times our team also have successfully entering in the Gaza City, in the Gaza City delivering economic program and also for the foods and others for our brothers in Palestine, also in Syria, and this is in Somalia also we 3 years. During 3 years we also doing the Zabiha program, the Kurban program in Somalia because of their the lack of the nutrition in Somalia. And also last month we also doing the humanitarian action in Central African refugee because Muslims there in a calamity also because of the other religion wipe out their homes and their family. So we also doing in the Central African Republic in Africa. We're now in ASEAN we're concentrating also in Rohingya issue. In Rohingya because the Rohingya people, the UN already state that the Rohingya is one of the most vulnerable ethnic in the world because in Myanmar the government did not admit them as citizen. So and then also they are refugeeing in other countries in Malaysia.
Are they pagans? Are they Muslim?
They are Muslims. Most of them are Muslims. They are originally from the Bangladesh, they said, but they already been living in Myanmar for the 100 years. So I don't know why the government of Myanmar did not admit them as citizens, and they are now refugeeing. So ASEAN have one of the biggest refugee camp in the world is in Myanmar, and it was in Rohingya. In Rohingya, and more than 400,000 refugee in Arakan state in Myanmar. So we're also concentrating now in the Myanmar issue because it's not only about ethnic issue, it's also about a religious issue because
especially these are Muslims
in Myanmar, because of the especially Muslim, because not only Rohingya ethnic but also the ethnic of Myanmar also that converting to Islam is also been hated in Myanmar also. This is about our program. We would like to give understanding to the Myanmar's government that Islam is not a threatening religion. It's also a peace religion.
It's a religion of peace.
Religion of peace. So that's why we are also concentrating on the Rohingya issue in ASEAN also, and that's why because of the Rohingya issue we form a Southeast Asian Humanitarian Committee. So humanitarian foundation, social and zakat foundation gather in one organization called the SIHUM, Southeast Asian Humanitarian Committee. It coming from Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Myanmar, and also Laos, Cambodia. And also we'd like to invite Islamic Action also to join us.
Inshallah, brother.
Join us. We would like, we can discuss to share about our condition in our countries, so that we can do many things. From the Indonesian, from the Malaysian, because Islam is rahmatan lil alamin. Because according to Rasulullah that if Muslim is like one body, if one body is hurt, the other will be hurt.
By the whole body.
The whole will affect the whole body. This is why if we heard about the Muslims in other countries affected by a disaster or conflict, we try to help them as much as we can. something like that.
Alhamdulillah, brother. It's nice to know your program, and in behalf of Islam in Action, I would like to tell you that we are very much willing to work with you hand in hand with the little resources that we have. Nowadays, we are concentrated on da'wah because we believe that you might be doing the physical reconditioning or the physical development of the Muslim, and also with the spiritual, and we can help you to safeguard the spirituality of the Muslim, especially on a war-torn area, typhoon area, victims by typhoons. So I think the spirituality of the Muslim should be protected by us. And in this regard, I would like to tell you that we are very much willing, because we believe that you don't only teach people how to catch fish,
Catch fish also.
You also teach them how to cook. And what is important is to give thanks to the one who provide the fish. So in this regard, I would also like to tell you that our group, though we are small, we have members in Qatar right now who's trying to organize a small organization of Islam in Action. And Ibrahim is very active, and so far he's the most successful of our members. That he is our missionary.
A missionary.
He's not proclaimed, but he used to be here with us in Manila, and I told him, go back to your hometown because there's so much to do. And for a while, he is so worried about the livelihood. And I said, you have learned enough, and you go there, and Alhamdulillah, Allah provides. Now, brother, I think for me, as our part, and any countries that you go, disaster-torn countries, we are not a big organization. Because this is only consists of 3 families. The family of Yusuf Lapitan, the family of Said Osman, and the Obrero family. These are only 3 families working in this foundation. But we are willing to be a part of your program.
Inshallah, inshallah.
You tell us what we can do. Every time you go here in the Philippines, we can be your driver. I know the first time you were in Tacloban, you had trouble for transportation, and we can volunteer as your driver. For you to go about your work, and because I think we just have to return back the favor that you have given to the Muslims, because brother, we are so near from Tacloban and Samar, but we have not done what your group has done for our brother Muslim and also the non-Muslim Tacloban, and it's inspiring.
It's part of da'wah. It's part of da'wah. The peoples I contribute, I help in Tacloban and also in Ormoc. They said that, you are Muslims, why are you helping us? Oh, this is Muslims' obligation. Every Muslim is obligation. We're not. When we're giving the aid, we're giving the fund, or maybe giving the house materials. We're not always asking you, what is your religion? We're not choosing in part of what is the religion. We are choosing, is that house broken or not?
Yes, exactly.
Only that.
Yeah.
It's not.
As long as they are
citizens of the world, it's part of da'wah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of da'wah. They see the Muslim. They see the Muslim is good. Maybe the Muslim is the whole perception of the been built by media, maybe by the others,
some unscrupulous Muslims.
Some scrupulous Muslims. It's not. It's only about. It's not true.
The fault of one Muslim is not the fault of all Muslims.
One of Muslims and one of This is one of the part of the da'wah, because when we also doing the social activity in Indonesia, where the area is the Muslim is become the minority. I can inform that even in Indonesia, 200 million, but not all the region in Indonesia, Muslim become the majority, but some area also minority. We also helping them. We also do that. This is how we show the Prophet Muhammad's religion, Prophet Muhammad's da'wah like this. This is not about, if you only saw the side of Islam in war and other things. It's not about the Islam, but this is about Islam also doing some good deeds.
Because I think this is one of the best dawah. Showing what is the goodness of Islam. You show it to your neighbors. I think it's good enough.
I think what we are doing in Islamic Action is maybe part of the family, and now it's all bigger. This is what our organization first
So we are trying
established.
to enlarge the family. Maybe in the future we'll have family in Ormoc, we have family in Tacloban.
Also family in Jakarta. Gitu ya.
We might have families in Jakarta too, you know. But of course, Islam is a big family of Muslims.
Islam is a big family of Muslims.
You know, this is a big family. Unless we can treat each other like you are a member of
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah.
If we cannot do that, we cannot succeed.
This is how.
Yeah.
This is what is ukhuwah. This is what ukhuwah Islamiyah
Yeah.
said about. Yeah. How we collect fund for the program in Philippines is that we presenting, we tell the information about the Muslim in Ormoc and Tacloban, and also about the typhoon survivor. We're doing it after the Jum'ah prayer in Jakarta and other part of Indonesian countries. In the mosque, in the masjid, after we doing Jum'ah pray, we present all the programs. And the Jama'ah really appreciate how and really discover and there's Muslim in Philippines. There's in there.
You are our ancestors. We are the only race in the Philippines. In Southeast Asia or in Asia, we are the only Malay race.
Malay.
So Filipino came from Indonesians and Borneans. You know? That's why in our history, we are Malay. Filipino is Malay race. You know?
Well, if you come to Jakarta, maybe the Indonesian also considering you as an Indonesian because we have the same face.
Yes.
That's why the Jamaah in masjid it's Muslim in Philippines. So alhamdulillah that they are giving their fund to help the Muslim. This is how to ukhuwah. Ukhuwah word should be implemented. So that's not only we care about in our local community. We also care about other Muslims in another part of the world.
Okay, brother. I think what Islam in Action and your group has one thing in common is the information.
Yeah.
So I would like to present to you this Ummah
Mashallah,
magazine.
it's very good. Very good.
And you can bring this to your people. And this is what we're doing. The little resources that we have, we use it in this activity. So we are able to create a venue for people to air their problems, and we want to show that Muslims also are capable of doing good things, because we are always labeled as terrorists, as all these things. So this we want to show in action. And I think what your group is doing right now around the world is Islam in action.
Islam in action.
Your activity actually is to describe it. Your group to describe it is Islam in action.
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah, brother. So please bring this to your country, and maybe you learn from it, and for sure we learn a lot from you. And I know this is not the last time that we're going to be talking each other. The viewers, I would like to invite you to watch for the second edition of this conversation with brother from Indonesia. Okay, so brother, we have a very short time, and can you please your last word, your parting word to the viewers?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's a pleasure to have meet with the brothers and sisters in Philippines. It's my great pleasure that I feel the ukhuwah Islamiyah. Every time I meet with the brothers and sisters in Philippines, I saw their faces. I look up at their faces, and this is my brother. This is my sisters. This is my. The Prophet Muhammad said, "This is how the ukhuwah feel." That does not become we feel in Indonesia. In Indonesia, we act as a majority, but in Philippines, I feel this is how to become a minority. And this is could establish our point of view that doing good things is appreciated by the whole religion, by the whole human. So maybe we are, as a Muslim, we show how the Prophet Muhammad show the da'wah in the first phase of Islam da'wah in the Medina and the Makkah. So it's very a great pleasure to meet with you, with Ustad Faila Abdul Hadi, and I hope I can see you again in the Philippines. And I pray to Allah that Islam in Action will be a bigger in the organization and performing dawah in the Philippines. Because I read in the history that Philippines was a Islamic nation, Islamic kingdom before the Spanish coming. So I hope Islam in Action organization become the bigger organization performing dawah and performing programs for the Muslims and others. So it's a very great pleasure to meet you. Inshallah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, like the Prophet Muhammad says that it is a sin for a Muslim to sleep with your stomach full, and then your neighbor just drink a glass of water before you go to sleep. So I think I pray to Allah Ta'ala that we will realize that we cannot be an island of ourselves. The brothers from Indonesia came here in spite of the fact that many miles away, and they responded to the cry of our brothers and sisters in Tacloban and Ormoc. And I hope we all realize that we cannot be an island of ourselves, and as a Muslim we have to help each other in the name of Allah Ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, salatu. Thank you to our all viewers, and may Allah grant us all the barakah and all praises to Him. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.